to another Movers and Mints Daily. This is your show for September 3rd, 2022. My name's Goldie, and every day I bring you the most popular Solana NFTs over the past 24 hours, and I introduce you to a popular upcoming mint. Today, not a lot of surprises, but there is a familiar face making a comeback in the top 5, and we're going to introduce you to a new upcoming mint that is sure to catch your attention. It definitely caught mine with some eye-catching art. So before we dive into it, I always want to remind you I'm not a financial advisor, so please do your own research before investing in anything, and never be willing to put up more money than you personally can afford to lose. And also, just don't forget to subscribe, like this video, drop a comment, share with a friend. Every interaction really means the world to me. A ton of work goes into these on a daily basis. So having said all of that, let's get started. Number 5 in the past 24 hours in terms of popularity on Magic Eden is going to go to Valhalla Pass. Valhalla Pass, we have been talking about quite a bit recently because they've been up there, starting to cool off a little bit. The pass gets you access to the tools that they're deploying, market analysis, basically giving you an idea on signals, when to purchase and sell, and all kinds of stuff like that. So the floor price is at 4 right now in the past 24 hours. They have done 3.6 thousand in Solana in terms of volume. That is a 20% decrease. Like I said, starting to cool off just a little bit. We take a look at their analytics here all time. Not much of a history because they launched on August 29th, but the highest they've been, they did get up to a 35.5 floor price, so that's pretty wild. Yesterday, they were at a 16. They're down to a floor 4 right now, so we'll see where they go. Seems pretty volatile up and down, but definitely a lot of utility to that one. And if you're interested, you can check the description below for the link for this and everything that we're going to be talking about today. Let's move on to number 4. Like I said, a lot of familiar faces today. The OK Bears. OK Bears are up to a 66.9 floor price. So about a month and a half ago, 2 months, somewhere in the neighborhood, we saw a lot of resistance at that 100 floor price. Then it dipped, and now we're seeing a lot of resistance at that 60, bouncing back quite a bit. Not a lot to say about these guys. I think the color scheme, the palette is awesome. They're a really strong community. They made a lot of noise. Good English. They made a lot of noise busting onto the scene when they did mint 2 million all time in total sales. So that's just an absolutely incredible feat. And they're going to keep that ball rolling, that train moving forward. Nothing to worry about there. Let's move on to number 3, Acid Monkeys. This one, I did do a feature on them on the show a while ago, and they did start off very hot. They're at a 3.8 floor price right now. In the past 24 hours, they've done 3.9 thousand in Solana. Now, it is an 80% dip, but to be expected when we see a project mint. We see that initial spike, that excitement, and then a dip. Now, as you can see here, the chart may be a little bit misleading because it started at a 3.9 their first day. Looks like a massive dip, but it's only down to 3.1, and then it's back up to 3.9. So they're hovering right about that range, staying steady, and it's good to see not that much volatility with a new mint in terms of the floor price. So we see the volume decreasing, floor price staying the same. That means people see the value in this project, and it's holding steady. So cool art, comic-based. If you're interested, check it out. On to number 2. This is the old friend that's back with a vengeance. Primates. The floor is up to a 17.8 for a while. We saw it kind of hovering between 15 and 20, and then it dipped quite a bit. I'm going to show you the analytics here. All time, let's see here. They minted back in June, so you can see that initial spike. They got up to about a 30 floor price. Very impressive. Not a lot of people expected much out of this coming out of the gates, and then it's kind of been like a decline. You can see it peaked here back in July at a 19.4, and it was hovering in that area, but then their value was down to an 8.4. That's back in early August 3rd. So like I said, they're back with a vengeance, 17.9 right now. They're not dead. Strong community. You see them all over Twitter. At least I see them all over my Twitter timeline. And keep it going. It's unique art. I think it's eye-catching, and they're building a brand. That's their goal, Web3 brand. So check them out. Let's move on to number 1. Of course, the DeGods. absolutely massive weekend for these guys. They're back up on top to 565 floor price. Just absolutely unbelievable stuff here. 18,000 in Solana sales in the past 24 hours on Magic Eden. And I mean, they're at all-time highs right now. So I think 590, here we go, is the highest they'd ever been, but they're knocking on that door yet again. Utes is going to be launching tomorrow, another piece of their gargantuan puzzle they're putting together. People call it the BAYC of the Solana blockchain, the Bored Ape Yacht Club. So it's basically the premier example of what is possible in the Solana space. Congratulations to DeGods and your continued success. Keep it going. Utes is going to be awesome. I cannot wait to see what they do. They're minting tomorrow, so expect to see a lot of Utes on this show moving forward. They're going to be right up there as well. And if it's not too late and somebody's watching this, I'd be more than happy to be, accepted into that whitelist for Utes. My application's in there, so check it out. A little selfish plug at the last minute there. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for the top 5 Solana NFT projects over the past day. Now, let's move forward. We're going to take a look at a popular upcoming mint as voted on the drop calendar on Magic Eden. So I head over to the drop calendar and I filter by the number of upvotes. So as you can see here, and aside, Solana Vegas Club, I did yesterday, I think they were just north of 2,000 upvotes, 4,782. So this thing has taken off. So hey, if you're looking for objective information on a daily basis, this is your guy right here. Please subscribe to this channel and follow along every day. But neither here nor there. Let's move down to Solkeleton Army. Now, it doesn't have a ton of upvotes. It is on the popular list, though, and I have done most of these up there. The reason I chose it, because of the art, I think it's pretty unique. It caught my eye. So 685 upvotes so far. Taking a look at their Magic Eden page. Hey, soldiers of the ruined kingdoms, we escaped from hell and started the awakening. With 5,000 awakened soldiers, we created the Solkeleton Army. Join the awakening, become a Solkeleton, and join the army. Solkeleton Army is a cross-chain Solana and Miria 3D full-body PFP NFT collection aimed to develop NFT tools, build NFT communities, and start a new era of PFP NFT collections. If you are just listening to this on the podcast, make sure that you click that link below to check this art out because I think it is pretty unique and would make a great PFP. Let's head over to their Twitter page, 7,190 followers. Nothing new, no new information. I think it is interesting that they are going cross-platform, cross-chain with Miria and Solana. I don't know much about Miria, to be honest with you, but the more exposure that you can get to a project, I think that's always a good sign, right? The more people that you can involve, the better. That just makes good business sense. Let's move on to the website. Very informational. If you want any information about this project, you can go through. It's very professionally done. They got the roadmap, FAQs, they got the team. Anything that you want to know about is going to be here. So a lot of times I like to dive a little bit deeper in it, but hey, I'm just here to give you high level information, introduce you. You take this information and run with it. All right. So I will say that the website is great though. So check it out if you are interested in this project, and it's going to get you wherever you need to get to in terms of information. And then finally, I always just kind of look at their Discords real quick here. They have 988 members in their Discord, so it's not a huge Discord. This project's just getting started out, supply of 5,000. I did want to mention, I always like to kind of just give a vague general idea of when they're going to be minting. September 16th, 14 UTC is when they're going to be minting, according to Magic Eden, but never hold that, to account. Always keep an eye on their Discord. That's where typically, for the most part, these projects announce, official announcements. So that's going to do it. Their website, their Discord is not overwhelmingly insane like some. Well organized, down to the point, down to brass tacks. The graveyard is what they call their chat, and I can tell you it's very active and there's a lot of positivity in there as well. So always a good sign when that's going on too. All right, well that's going to do it for Solkeleton Army and Movers and Mints Daily for September 2nd, 3rd, 2022. I'm living in the past. But thanks for watching. I really appreciate it as always. Definitely don't forget to subscribe, like this video, drop a comment, share it with one of your normie friends. They always tell us we don't shut up about NFTs. Well, get in and then we can talk about it and we can not shut up together. All right, how's that sound? So until tomorrow, we still have a couple weeks of summer left, and I'm going to keep asking, when's Solana summer? We'll see you tomorrow.